Okay, so nurses and top-notchers and also to our future registered nurses. Okay, we do a comparison for your true labor versus your false labor. Okay, so we have your columns here, true and your false labor. Okay, so now, we have your irregular. Okay, when it comes to the contraction, okay, so irregular and do not increase in intensity or the frequency. Okay, is it true or false labor? Yes, so this is what? This is false labor. Okay, another one. Okay, regular and progressive contractions. Okay, it increases intensity and the frequency. This is for what? Is it false or true labor? Yes, this is for true labor. Okay. Third one. Pain radiates from lumbosacral to lower abdomen. This is usually felt in the lower back and radiates to the front. Okay, so is it for true labor or false labor? Yes, this is for true labor. Next one. We have a bloody show. Okay, present. Is it for true labor or false labor? Yes, top-notchers, this is for true labor. Next one. With regards to the progression, no cervical effacement and dilation. This is for true or false? Yes, this is for false labor. How about with a cervical effacement and dilation? Okay, cervical changes and dilations occur. So this is for true labor. And how about for the contraction decreases and relieve when walking? Okay. Contraction decrease and relieve when walking. So this is what? This is a false labor. Okay? So again, this is for false labor. Okay? So in conclusion, false labor and true labor have distinct differences in terms of timing, location, effect of movement, and also progression, and frequency, and also the intensity, so that it's important for the expectant mother to be able to differentiate between the two in order to know when to seek medical attention. Okay, so thank you so much, and please watch our video and for our upcoming lecture, top-notchers. Okay, good luck!